Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. Alhamdulillah, we meet again in our class. After we have discussed before this the pillars of Islam, and I hope by now you had the understanding on the meaning. Uh, After we can list it down, it's very simple on doing that. The third knowledge, which should be practicing, okay, and practicing shahada have been discussed that very long, and then continue with salat, and due to that there are assessment need to be completed. You can see that I asked a part of the task is to record your performance of salat, and the second task would be record on your recitation, reading in the salat with its meanings by memorizing. Okay, so hopefully that will make you closer to the purpose of having usrah, which is the pillars as a basic fundamental element need to be performed, and then you apply it and do the implementation of it seriously, better than before. Bermaksud untuk menyenaraikan rukun Islam, sebahagian daripada tujuan kita buat usrah ni untuk kita lebih faham, dan dalam masa sama kita cuba melaksanakan perintahnya, perintah dalam rukun tadi. Okey, dan antara yang dibuat test dan diuji kat sini adalah performance of solat, dan bacaan dalam solat tu termasuk makna dia dalam bentuk hafazan. Okay, and I can see some had done and tried to submit, and some might be delaying, and if you find any difficulties on doing that, so please let me know, so maybe we can discuss and some weightage of the submission. Okay, and now for today, in details we're going to discuss about the pillars of iman, and kita nak habiskan due to the time towards the end of the semester, kan nak penghujung dah, ada dalam sebulan lagi, and sebelum kita tamat. So we still have several tasks to be completed, and another thing about your job is when you delay, I presume that maybe you need more time, and because of that, so the next task would be hold on before I've given the instruction. So I hope that you understand, and you know, and you be ready on the coming tests. Okay, alright, we want to go detail talking about all this belief that for us it's compulsory to know it and to comprehend those pillars within our living, and before we meet the last moment of our life facing death. Harapannya ialah dengan menyenaraikan dan memahami setiap maksud rukun dalam iman yang berbentuk kepercayaan sebahagian daripada usaha kita sepanjang hidup ni sebelum bertemu titik akhir noktah kehidupan, iaitu kematian. And sometimes, especially for our levels, and to understand those meaning, using English language might be a barrier and a bit difficult for you. So along the way, I'm going to try to translate it, so that at the same time, Islam is other than Malay, including in this world. Maknanya bukanlah orang Islam ni dia hanya memahami Melayu, dan bukan hanya orang Melayu saja yang Islam. Malah lebih ramai mungkin medium English need to be wider because of its usable and throughout internationally, and we are lucky because we are trying and to have the knowledge in other than the Malay language. Kan? Walaupun of course bila berucap dan bercakap, menerangkan dan menjelaskan dalam bahasa Melayu kita ni mungkin lebih faham, tapi nak bagi satu sudut pandangan yang mana kita pun mungkin nanti akan berdepan dengan bahasa ini, especially when you are in URA, you are in Educare, and we are in international college here. Okay, believing in Allah. Kita dah bincangkan bagaimana pentingnya Allah diletakkan pada peringkat yang paling atas dalam tujuan mencapai maksud kehidupan. Dan ketika berbicara pasal iman juga adalah perkara utama yang mesti didahului, yang diberi penekanan awal. And emphasize in knowing God, who is Allah, is the ultimate divine purpose of living. So who is Allah? So make it as your own task and assignment for you that you write down what you know about Allah. Last time I do ask this kind of question and did give you a suggestion like this, because you need to know Him at the beginning of this religion, and that is why they call it Ma'rifatullah. Permulaan agama ini adalah mengenal Tuhan. And we have discussed it again in the first revelation, get to know God. And Allah sentiasa memperkenalkan dirinya dalam kitab ni, kan? Dan itu adalah tunggak dan tunjang utama dalam agama. So do that kind of test to yourself. Write down about Allah. What do you know? What do you understand? What have you go throughout your life that relates with Him? Make that kind of writings. How many paragraphs can you write, right? Berapa banyak perenggan yang boleh kita tulis, apa isinya? Kalau kita buat contoh macam karangan, boleh ke kita senaraikan huraiannya, contohnya? Okey. Yang kita risau ialah kita boleh cerita pasal benda lain begitu banyak, kita boleh huraikan topik-topik penting berkaitan dengan kehidupan begitu panjang, tapi perkara utama ni kita terlepas. Kita hanya tahu, seperti mana kalau kita tanya semua orang pun, Allah tu Tuhan lah, Tuhan tu macam-macam dia buat lah, bukan salah, tapi adakah itu sahaja? Sehingga kan ia diletakkan pada tangga yang paling atas, yang mengatasi segala kewajipan rukun Islam yang lain yang pernah kita bincang dulu. Dan hari ini rukun iman juga meletakkan perkara tersebut as the first priority, and element need to be discussed. Okay, for example, to understand who is Allah, we can use the 99 names of Allah. Kita boleh mentelaah kan, dalam kajian kita, Allah itu Ar-Rahman, Allah Ar-Rahim. Dan dah pun kan kita bincangkan dalam surah Fatihah yang lepas. Dan apa lagi yang ada kan? Kalau kita baca, kita akan jumpa As-Salam, Al-Quddus, Al-Halim, Al-Hakim, Al-Hafiz. So boleh tak kita huraikan semua ni? Okay. Cuma I would like to use this situation in discussing Allah in line with another task that need to be done, same as what you're going to do in the recitation of reading in Salat. After we discuss Doa Iftitah, we also discuss Al-Fatihah. The simple surah need to be added as recommended sunnat selepas membaca Fatihah. So saya nak tambah yang berkaitan dengan Tuhan kat sini ialah satu ayat yang simple, which is Ayatul Kursi, surah Baqarah ayat 255. Okay, ayat 255 surah Baqarah ayat kursi. Nama ayat nampak pendek, tapi antara ayat yang panjang sebenarnya dan menjadi pegangan sebahagian daripada kita, malah diberi kelebihan apabila Nabi SAW menyebut ayat kursi dengan beberapa manfaat. So let's look at ayat kursi in defining, adding up who is Allah. Okay, alright.